Sunday, 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 Sunday. We will find out who will be the Universal Champion as Goldberg faces Kevin Owens for the Universal title at Fastlane. This Sunday on the WWE Network. That's more intriguing than what I guarantee you Fastlane's going to be. Sorry. Probably is. This is what's going to happen. I'm Jeremy Scott. I'm here to give you your previews and predictions for WWE Fastlane, which takes place tonight, Sunday, February, March 5th, 2017. Yes, I'm back. I didn't do a review for I didn't do a review for SmackDown on Tuesday. I did watch it. I was sick to fucking hell. It's been hellacious the last couple days. But I'm back. I'm good. We're ready to go. We're going to get back to some normalcy. Yippee-yay, yippee-yo, whoop-de-doo. I got more views for my prediction or my preview of Raw than I got for Raw, which is funny. Actually, I have no views on my Raw review, which is awesome. But I have like 40 views. I think it's like 35 for my preview. So we're going to do previews because preview seems to be something you motherfuckers want. So that's what we're going to do. So we're here. We're going to give you a preview of what's going to happen on tonight's pay-per-view, which shouldn't happen, but we're getting it anyway, of WWE Fastlane. So just to get the biggest thing out of the way, make sure to check out all the shit that is in the description below. Just hit that button right there and get through all that. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Make sure to like the video if you like it. Make sure to dislike it if you hate it. Doesn't matter. It's interactive. That's what we need from you guys. That's what I need, is interaction. Because I don't just do this to stroke my ego, because my ego is like the size of a fucking penny. At least in this realm of things. My ego at work is whoo, but we're not going to go into all that. Anywho, we're here to give you a preview and prediction of what's going to happen at WWE Fastlane. I don't read the dirt sheets. I don't read anything that has anything pertain to it because you know what? 90% of the time, doesn't even happen. I mean, usually you get certain things that are blatantly obvious, right? But we don't read dirt sheets here. I don't concern myself with what ifs and maybes. I stick with facts and logic. That's what we're going to do here, and that's what I like to do, and that's what you guys should get from this. I don't want to get you guys false hopes saying, oh, so-and-so is going to show up. There was a rumor by this one guy who said that this might happen because this is what he thinks is going to happen, and he has a source that is on the inside that knows that this is going to happen, when you could realize that source is probably just spewing bullshit. But, you know, who cares? That's not what we're here to do. We're here to give you what we know is going to happen, what we have planned, and all that other bullshit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over the whole card. You guys know the background. I don't need to give you the background, but let's go over all the fun shit, and we're going to go over all the confirmed matches for right now, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to decide what is going to happen at WWE Fastlane tonight. Alright, to kick stuff off, we're going to go ahead and get started with the confirmed pre-show match. Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa versus Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar with Alicia Fox. And a tag match on the pre-show from 205 Live. Apparently Rich Swann's been out with injury. I didn't know this. I don't watch 205 Live. Akira Tozawa has been featured on Raw every week, so he's the new it guy for this month. He's been feuding with Brian Kendrick. Noam Dar is being thrown in because it's Noam fucking Dar. So, yeah. Where's Cedric Alexander? I don't know. 205 could probably explain these things, but I don't watch 205 because I don't care. But I would think that Cedric would get featured a little more. But like I said, I don't watch 205. Maybe he gets featured every week. Maybe he's in the main event every week. I don't fucking know. I don't watch it, so I don't care. But this is Raw, and Cedric was the most over person and has always technically been the most over person. But like I said, I don't watch 205. Maybe he's not over. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. Which leads me to the point that I don't fucking care about this match. I never have and I never will. The only cruiserweight that intrigues me that is even getting featured on Raw is Jack Gallagher. Because he's different. He's unique. We'll get to his match here very shortly. But Richon and Tozawa versus Kendrick and Dar, who do you think wins? It's the pre-show, and 9 times out of 10, the babyfaces win on the pre-show. Not always, but most of the time. We're going to go with Swan and Tozawa because, you know, Tozawa's been getting his ass kicked by Kendrick almost every week. So he's bound to get an actual win over Kendrick today. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what you should expect. How long is the match? I don't know. It's a pay-per-view. It's on the pre-show. Unless one of these other matches, which I'm going to go over, gets bumped up to the pre-show. This is the only confirmed match for right now. So expect it to go at least 10 minutes, I would imagine. I'm expecting another pre-show to come up. We'll go over the 5 things I'm expecting at the very end. We then get into the main, right now, currently the main card. Let's go over from, I don't know. Let's see. Let's start with Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. This match probably has the most intrigue out of almost every other match on the card, minus Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, which we'll get to that. But Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe has the most background to it. Obviously, if you haven't watched NXT, then you don't know all the history. You don't really need it. They build enough intrigue on the show as it is. Samoa Joe feels slighted by Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn feels that Samoa Joe is just a hired gun for Triple H, but whatever, that's not the point. These guys could easily put on match of the night, very easily. I expect Sami Zayn to really play up his underdog role. I don't expect him to beat Samoa Joe. I expect Samoa Joe to win in his pay-per-view debut. So, I mean, what else is there to expect? Samoa Joe is going to win this match. Clean. Just in case anybody might have thought differently. Samoa Joe beats Sami Zayn. Probably from the Coquino Clutch. I don't know. I'm not like real keen on predicting specific outcomes, but depending on the situation. But Joe's going to beat Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn will have his upside. I guarantee you, he will hit that Blue Thunder Bomb on Samoa Joe. It'll be sick, and he is going to get a nice little pop out of that. I am expecting something like that to happen, so expect the Blue Thunder Bomb to get put down on Samoa Joe. Obviously, a 2 count, because when is this Blue Thunder Bomb beating anybody? Couldn't beat a jobber. So, Joe over Sami Zayn. I would imagine this is probably, I would say this is either going to be the first match or it's going to be somewhere in the middle, kind of to get the crowd pumped up right before we get to the main event. So, next up, we've got Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax because we saw it during the Rumble preview show, or pre-show, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And we really needed to see it then. We really need to see it now because it's going to have a completely different outcome, right? Nope, it's not. Not going to have a different outcome. Nope. It's going to be the same. Sasha Banks going to get her ass kicked by Nia Jax. Going to get her ass kicked real good. Real fucking good. You can get her ass kicked real bad. Sasha Banks will have more offense this time than she did the last time. She's still going to get her ass kicked. So, will anything change from the other match? Probably not. Let's head into the tag team title match. Luke Gallows and Kyle Anderson, who are the reigning Raw tag team champions, against Enzo Amore and Big Cass, who are your challengers. Right now, they're playing up the whole concept that Enzo is not taking jack shit seriously, and that Big Cass is getting irritated with him. And then you've got Gallows and Anderson, who have been getting fed to Roman Reigns, since Roman Reigns is not going to be able to sit there and one-up Braun Strowman right now. So, either way you look at it, both teams look like complete crap. The champs have been getting fed to Roman Reigns and looking like crap. Enzo and Big Cass have looked like a couple of fucking retards the entire last 2-3 weeks. Who wins? You know what? Knowing Raw, they could be like, let's make new tag team champions. But they're already going to crown 2 new champions tonight. So, if anybody's going to retain, it's going to be Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. If anyone retains. Mind you, Jericho isn't defending. He is not on the card. He is specifically not on the card because of what's going to happen later. We're about to get to that. And besides, if he was on the card, the likely person to be challenging for that would have been Sami Zayn, but he's playing with Samoa Joe because Seth Rollins isn't there. Whole different thing. But if anybody has a chance to retain, it's Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson because of what we're about to hit on. And why do they retain? Because there's no point in Enzo and Cass winning right now. Do they win at WrestleMania? That's possible. We got to wait until after. We got to wait until Monday till when we figure out, let's start building to a WrestleMania. We got 4 weeks before WrestleMania. Let's start building now. Seems like less. It seems like 3 weeks, but we got to build right the fuck now. So anyway, next match, Bayley versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. Who do you think wins here? Doesn't matter whether she wins and wins the title or she just wins by whatever. Charlotte wins. Period. They are not going to kill her streak at Fastlane. Why? Why would they? Why would they kill a 16 pay-per-view winning streak at fucking Fastlane? That's like saying, I have not lost a WrestleMania in 23 years. Okay? Or, actually, that makes no sense whatsoever. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. That's like saying you haven't lost a match in 2 years. And then you lose a match because you get tased with a cattle prod on a random episode of Nitro. Oh, wait, that did happen. That happened to Goldberg. He had 200 plus wins, had not lost. And then he lost from a cattle prod. Yeah, okay. So, why does Bayley have the championship? She just shouldn't have had it to begin with. I stated that weeks ago. I don't know why the fuck she won, but she won. What are you going to do? It's Raw. We need to boost ratings. So, let's see. Charlotte's going to win because it's Charlotte. Does she win the title knowing Raw? Probably so. Is there a way for her to win without getting the title? Of course there is. Bayley wins by disqualification. But that's not excuse me. That's not WWE's way of doing things. Charlotte wins the title. She'll be a 5-time women's champion in 1 calendar year. Just think about that. A 5-time women's champion in a 12-month span. It's just sad to think about. I'm sorry. Yeah, Charlotte Flair is going to win the title back at Fastlane. That's what I'm expecting. She's going to end up beating Bayley. That is my prediction. That is one of 2 title chances that are going to happen tonight. Next up, we've got Neville versus Jack Gallagher for the Cruiserweight Championship. This has probably been the most intriguing title match for the Cruiserweights that we've had since the Cruiserweight division was even devised. TJ Perkins didn't do shit with it. Brian Kedra didn't do shit with it. Rich Swann really didn't do shit with it. Neville has done something with it. He's been relevant to a point. Jack Gallagher has probably been the first real challenger for it. This will be the first time that the champion probably will successfully defend the title. So, Jack Gallagher will put up a fight. Neville is going to win. Will this match get a good enough credit to actually last? If it was anyone else against Neville, I would say no. I would say this would be a glorified squash match. With Gallagher, I feel like this can go a potential 10 to 15 minutes. I feel like this is probably going to be the longest cruiserweight match we have gotten at all under Raw's banner. Now, I know they've had longer matches on 205, but I highly expect this to be the longest cruiserweight match in Raw history. That's what I'm expecting, because Gallagher is not a pushover. He's not been booked as a pushover. Neville has also not been booked as a pushover. He is a dominant force. You're having 2 relatively good forces hitting each other. This match is going to last longer than most people think. I am expecting this to probably be a good 15-minute match. Maybe even 20. I don't know. We'll find out. But Neville's going to retain the title. I'm highly expecting him to retain. Neville's going to hold this title for a while, unless Austin Aries gets involved. Even then, I still feel like it's going to be a minute before, if Austin Aries is going to the Cruiserweight division, I feel like it's going to be a minute before he actually grabs that championship. But Neville's in it for the long haul. He's going to be our longest. He's going to very quickly become the longest tenured Cruiserweight champion in his new incarnation by beating Jack Gallagher tonight. Now we're getting to the co-main events or whatever you want to call this. There's been discussion going around about who's going to actually be the main event, whether it's going to be Roman Reigns or Kevin Owens. There's a lot of variables that go into this. You've got the Undertaker variable. You've got the Chris Jericho variable. You've got this has also been thrown around, the Samoa Joe variable, getting thrown around a lot lately. There's a lot of things that could happen. There's a lot of different intriguing concepts that have been thrown out. There's a lot of different endings that can get thrown out here. I'm under the belief that the most logical thing to do is to make the championship title last. That doesn't mean that's going to happen. So, based on what I'm going to predict and what I'm assuming, I'm going to go with the title match actually going last. Simply because as much as it makes sense for The Undertaker to show up, that just seems too logical, and WWE doesn't do that. Can The Undertaker build a match against Roman Reigns without costing him the match? Of course he can. Think about it. If Roman Reigns goes and beats Braun Strowman, come on to Monday, it's like, I have nothing to do with WrestleMania, and then, dong, we have The Undertaker come out. Oh, you some bitch, I want you at Mania. I'm kidding. That's not going to fucking happen. That's even too stupid for fucking WWE. Really is. But yes, Undertaker has a chance of showing up and costing Reigns the match. Braun Strowman's not going to get pinned clean. Roman Reigns is not going to get pinned clean. Of the two, Reigns could get pinned clean. I can tell you that right now. Which is what I'm expecting. I'm highly expecting Roman Reigns to eat the pin. Why? If the bigger of the rumors that have been thrown around is that The Undertaker is going to lay down for Roman Reigns, it becomes more poignant if Roman Reigns has been getting his ass whipped and then he somehow, garners the power to beat somebody and he beats The Undertaker. How do you do that? By having him get beat by Braun Strowman. Think about it. Braun Strowman has torn his ass up every goddamn chance he's had. Do you really think after him getting his ass kicked week after week after week that Roman Reigns is going to magically all of a sudden beat Braun Strowman? Fuck no. Makes no sense. Is Braun Strowman going to just wipe the floor with Roman Reigns tonight? No, I doubt it. There's no goddamn way in hell. Does Roman Reigns get the one up on Braun Strowman? To a degree, yes. But I see Braun Strowman beating Roman Reigns cleanly. Or I see Braun Strowman just going apeshit on Roman Reigns and getting himself disqualified. That is possible too. But I don't expect The Undertaker to show up tonight. Because that just makes too much sense. That just kind of makes it sound way too interesting. And WWE has never done anything that interesting. And Raw especially doesn't do that kind of shit. So, if there's going to be any interference, it's going to be in the title match. Not here. Roman Reigns gets pinned by Braun Strowman. Cleanly, no interference. But Reigns is going to look dominant to a degree. I'm not going to say he's going to dominate the match. But Reigns will have a good 3-4 minutes time span where you think he can beat Braun Strowman. And finally, we come to the title match. The thing that everybody is predicting is going to happen. Goldberg beats Kevin Owens in a matter of 90, maybe even 60 seconds. There's been things thrown around also with this. Chris Jericho interfering. Brock Lesnar interfering. Goldberg squashing him in 60 seconds. Kevin Owens drawing this out and then getting blindsided by either Brock Lesnar or Jericho. Kevin Owens beating Goldberg. There's been a lot of shit thrown around here. What do I think is going to happen? It's very hard to bet against Goldberg because the booking is on the fucking wall. The booking's on the goddamn wall. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title because there's nothing else. There's nothing else. The only other thing that is even remotely possible is if Kevin Owens beats Goldberg and Finn Balor shows up. That is the only other thing. The only other thing. The only other thing I could even remotely want to sit there and say is going to happen. What do you think I want to happen? I would love for Kevin Owens to beat Goldberg clean. I would love to see that. And then Finn Balor just show up as the Demon King and confront Kevin Owens and demand his title back. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. I would mark out so fucking hard if I saw that. Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens for the Universal title at WrestleMania, dude. That would be a hell of a match for fucking Raw to put on. Will they do that? Probably not, because Raw's stupid like that. When has Raw ever done anything logical? The most logical thing for Raw to do is have Kevin Owens lose to Goldberg, so Goldberg defends it against Lesnar in the marquee match of WrestleMania. 2 part-timers in the main event for a piece of shit title that no one gives 2 fucks about. And then we can all sit here and bitch about, oh, well, Lesnar doesn't defend it every 30 days, but you're going to strip Naomi of the title for not defending it in 30 days. You're going to supposedly strip Chris Jericho for not defending it in 30 days. You strip Daniel Bryan twice for not defending it in 30 days. Guess what? Brock Lesnar supersedes all that. No one fucking is going to sit here and say, Brock Lesnar, you need to defend in 30 days. Brock Lesnar's like, fuck you. I'll defend it whenever the fuck I want. Goldberg. This is the shock that I'm going to give you. Goldberg does not win the Universal title tonight. Kevin Owens retains on some bullshit. Chris Jericho is not going to show up. This is too predictable. Yes, Chris Jericho has been absent, and it almost completely leads up for him to interfere in costing Kevin Owens the championship. But Chris Jericho doesn't like Goldberg. He's never liked Goldberg. So why would he help Goldberg even to get even with Kevin Owens? Why would he do that? It seems illogical, right? Could be wrong, though. I could be calling this completely out of nowhere. I say Kevin Owens retains, Finn Balor shows up. That's my call. Will it happen? Probably not. What's more likely going to happen? Goldberg beats Kevin Owens. And Jericho shows up and costs Owens the title. That's what I expect. Now, you want to know what I think is going to happen? You want to know what other little tidbits and nitpicks are going to happen? Easy. I expect the Muscle Buster to get busted out. A lot of people have not seen the Muscle Buster happen on Raw yet. I think, because it's Sami Zayn and he knows how to take it, I expect Samoa Joe to hit Sami Zayn with a Muscle Buster tonight. That's what I expect. I expect that Sasha Banks is going to turn heel. Not tonight, but it's coming. And there's going to be seeds dropped. Big fucking hintful seeds will be dropped. Sasha Banks turning heel at WrestleMania. What else is going to happen? I don't know. Finn Balor shows up. That was probably my big thing. I think no matter what happens, I think Balor is going to make some kind of an appearance. There's going to be some indication of Finn Balor. Maybe Finn Balor returns Monday because that's how Raw is. Finn Balor makes his glorious return to Monday Night Raw this Monday on, whatever. And, I don't know, what else? Oh, yeah, and the Cruiserweights will have a longer match than anybody else expects. And there's going to be another pre-show match that'll get added. Oh, fuck, I don't know. Tag match, I guess. Cesaro and Sheamus versus the New Day. I guess, I don't fucking know. New Day will show up. New Day will be at the pay-per-view doing something. Probably pitching Bootios. Oh, I know. We're going to have an impromptu tag match. We're going to have fucking Jinder Mahal or fucking Hard Body Mahal and Handsome Rusev against the New Day. And then they will break, and then, Hard Body Mahal and Handsome Rusev will have their breakup at Fastlane. That's something that's going to fucking happen because it's fucking Raw. That's all they do. They do dumbass shit that no one gives 2 fucks about. This pay-per-view is going to suck. Royally. It's going to suck so bad. The only intriguing matches that we have are Joe and Zayn and fucking Reigns and Strowman and probably Neville and Gallagher. Those are probably the only 3 matches that are going to be worth watching. And I can tell you right now, of the 3, the better one's probably going to be Zayn and Joe. What's going to be the most hard-hitting? Probably Reigns and Strowman. That is probably going to be a surprise fuckingly good match. I expect Zayn and Joe to be match of the night. I expect Reigns and Strowman to be a very close second. That's what I'm expecting. What am I expecting the worst match to be? Or the most useless match? The tag title match. That's what I expect. What's the most useless match on the card? Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. Because it's already happened. Twice. No one cares. It's a stupid match. That is what I expect to happen at Fastlane. Complete shit. Nothing good happens. Complete bullshit. It's Raw. What do you expect? We got 4 weeks before WrestleMania, and we're worried about a goddamn pay-per-view that no one cares about? Is that what we're reduced to? Is that shit? Fuck. I'd rather watch No Mercy. No Mercy. This is Jeremy Scott. That's your predictions and previews for WWE Fastlane. Which makes me want to exit off, go to bed, and not even watch it. Make sure to tune in later tonight where I'll give you a review. I'll give you one of my traditional short story reviews where I just is going to heat each match, interesting things that happen into it. I'm going to tell you why it sucked and why it was complete crap and why it was a waste of time. Until then, you know what? Enjoy the pay-per-view as much as you possibly can. Even if you've got to be fucking 20 shots of vodka in, you know, in a fucking nacho coma with your dick in your hand. I don't know. Whatever you need to do to make this pay-per-view more enjoyable for yourself, do it. You gotta watch porn. You have to have your bitch right on your lap, and you just kind of, oh, yeah, go Roman Reigns. I don't care what you have to do. Because anything that you're going to do and anything else is going to happen in the grand scheme of the world is going to be better than this pay-per-view. If there's one match that is worth seeing tonight, actually, I'm going to correct myself. If there's at least 2 matches worth seeing tonight, outside, like, going back and watching, I'll give this a positive review. No matter what else happens. I don't care if every other match is complete garbage. If 2 of the matches are worth watching, again, or later, or whatever, this pay-per-view will get a pass. Because I already know Zayn and Joe's going to be a good match. It's destined to be a good match. If Reigns and Strowman can deliver a match that isn't something that we could see on Raw any other goddamn time, then fuck yeah. That's what we're talking about. Till then, I will see you tonight for a fucking Fastlane review of this complete garbage shit. And make sure to tune in Monday for my Raw review and Tuesday for my SmackDown review. I'm Jeremy Scott. I'm here to bring you all this dumbass bullshit content, and I will see you guys tonight after fucking WWE Crap Lane. And I'll see you then.